It seems today that all we see are useless magic trailers you can't believe. So where are those informed, honest people who help you choose what to buy? With PropDog you can always rely. PropDog are a team who will always aim to please you. Integrity and service that you can't deny. It's time for PropDog Live!
Alright, geezers.
And geezettes.
Yeah, and geezettes. Who's ranked first?
Frank Valenti.
Frank Valenti?
Yeah.
Nah, I reckon it's that Finley.
Finley, Fingers, Finley Southgate.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
let's have a look.
Shall we? Yeah. It's Finley! Yay! Ah.
Frank, where were you?
Frank's
you way
all the way down here!
Frank, yeah.
Come on.
Oh,
Useless.
jeez.
Frank. Like Frank's going to be first. He's 6,000 miles away.
But Frank Valenti sounds like a geezer,
Geezer.
doesn't it? Frank
Right,
Valenti.
geezer.
Yeah.
Robert Van Buren. Yeah,
Oh,
he's a
yeah.
geezer. And
Bobby
Bobby
Van Buren sounds good.
Say Charlie Robinson like a geezer, go on.
Charlie Robinson.
Oh, okay.
Chuck.
Hello everyone. Right, okay, lots of people there. Kevin, Charlie, Robert, Finley, Pete Donnelly, buddy, hello mate. Oi oi, he says, oi oi.
Oi, oi.
Adam Bonus, Frank's Tom Cocker. Now there's one, yeah. There's that
Me old Cocker.
Tom. There's that old Tom Cocker bloke, right? Yeah.
My granddad used to call people cocker.
Me old Cocker.
All right,
Oh,
Cocker.
me old Cocker.
Yeah.
He says, afternoon guys, hope you're well, thank you, we are very well. Rebecca's there, hello Rebecca, and Sam as well if you're watching. John Middleton, I was going to say Robert Middleton then. John Middleton's there, Roger Minton says, hi Alex, Dave, Andy Ray's there,
Hi,
afternoon
Andy.
Andy. Rebecca's there, says, sitting back watching some kombucha, been looking forward to this.
Had to mention it.
Yeah, style.
I
Look at the
used to
colour
like
of
them
that.
too. I used to
Look
like
at
them too.
Beautiful, lovely orange compared to that
Beautiful,
that
lovely,
dodgy
orange.
beetroot
That is-
eating piss colour.
That is.
Honestly, my urine's that colour after I've eaten beetroots. I mean, come on. There you go, my urine's that colour after some of the other stuff I've eaten as well. Afternoon all, says Stephen Lawrence. Cheers, Rebecca. Cheers, Becky. Matthew Colley says,
all the way through.
happy Frida? Frida? Happy Frida. Is Frida
She is
happy?
lovely. Oh, she is.
Frida's very happy, yeah,
Oh,
she is.
she's
Yeah,
a joy.
Yeah. Matij is there. Hello, Matij. He's there. My first. You were Matij. You win a prize. You win 10p. Well done, Matij. Come and claim your prize. We'll leave it here for you. Stan's there. Hello, buddy. He goes, hi, guys. Are you open Sunday? We're not Stan, no, I'm afraid. But if you're in the area and you need something, give me a bell, mate. I'll pop over and open up for you. Least I can do. And then Aki can say hello. Sid can say hello as well because I'm babysitting, or I'm dog sitting for Sid this weekend. So yeah, just let us know when you want to come up. Drop me a message, mate. Henry Ferris says hi guys. Hello Henry. Kevin Peel. Hi all in the PropDog fan club.
Whoa.
Have we got a fan club now?
I can't believe we do. Do you think we do?
I reckon we do.
Oh.
I reckon we got about 20 fans. 1,000 fans. 20,000.
20,000.
20,000 fans.
It'd
yeah.
be nice. No, we do. We get some very nice. We've had some very nice comments recently on social media about our service and everything else. It's all very nice. I think people do like us and appreciate what we do.
Do thank your mum for those comments.
I will. Thanks, Mum.
We know what you mean, Charlie, and to you, mate, and to you. Although it doesn't really count for us because we never get to piss off early on a Friday. We've got to be here for you guys. Speaking of which, do you know what? We can't actually do too long a day today because we have got to go. I've got to be home at 6 o'clock on the dot to pick up Sid. Sid is Aki's half brother, which is Mel, my prop maker's puppy. She's going away, so I've got to be there at 6 to do that. So I'm going to have to pack up, quickly get out of here, take Aki for a quick walk and get back home by 6 o'clock. So it's going to be a bit of a shorter one today. But you guys don't mind, do you? I hear crying in the distance. It's okay, guys. Don't worry. Adrian Tritton says, is Alex on whiskey?
Well, there's no E in whiskey for a start, but also it is a Scottish drink, but it's not whiskey, Adrian. I shall let you fill in the blank.
He's drunk half a bottle in the last 5 minutes, so yeah, probably is whiskey. You know what he's like. Yeah. David Harris is there. Afternoon, David. Afternoon. I'm Am I 50?
55th.
Oh,
So
am I 55th? You are, Al. Yes.
Well done.
You're,
Spot on.
Actually, you're
Al
53rd and a quarter, but yeah, almost no. Brendan's there.
Oh, sorry. Al Prendo is appearing in Now That's Magic in Camden sometime soon. I'm not sure of the date. Al, put the date down. If there's one performer you should go see, even if you've seen him before, he's brilliant. So Now That's Magic with Al Prendo. There you go.
What he said. Brendan says, hey guys, any word on the Gazinta boxes? Thanks. Yes. So we contacted them about a week ago and said, where the hell are these? And they replied and said,
What did they say?
I don't know, you emailed them. They replied to you.
I didn't read the reply. I thought you read the reply.
Okay. They said they will be worked on. They will be starting production of them at the end of October. So I don't know how long it's going to take them to make them, but we expect them at some point in November, Brendan. So yeah, won't be so long. We've been waiting ages for them, but then they're the same people who make a lot of other stuff for us as well, which we've also been waiting on forever.
Brilliant. They got the prototype to us very quickly, though.
Oh yeah.
To be fair.
Yeah, but the whole company suffered so bad during COVID because the whole company they make gifts and gift boxes and all that kind of hospitality stuff, and of course that just died off for a year and a half during COVID. So yeah, they suffered really, really badly, and they barely stayed in business. But they're starting to get back on their toes again now, and things are returning to normal. So fingers crossed, service will soon resume to be normal there. Lou Antonucci is there. He says, "Hi guys, received my Regal bottle, and it's perfect. Great job as always." Thank you, Lou. Thank you. That reminds me. I keep saying, can we drop Dave Regal an email, please?
Oh,
as we need to do that. Yeah, write it down.
I did count. Well, I did count up how many we'd sold, but I have to do it again.
Adam Evans is there. Hello, buddy. I hope you're well. Robert Wilson says, good afternoon, Prop Doggers. Time to take my late break from work and watch the Prop Dog live. Yeah. Everybody in the whole world should finish work at 4 o'clock on a Friday or equivalent time zone and just tune into Prop Dog.
Yeah. That would make everyone world be a better place, wouldn't it? Well, the world would be a
almost
better
everyone
place.
in the world is doing it at the moment. We've got 69 people. That's kind of
Yep.
In fact, there's probably more people than that in the whole estate here, but there we go. 70 people. Woohoo! There was a time when we used to get 120 people watching this.
Isn't that 70 screens? There might be, obviously,
a
billion people
watching. Well, you could have Rebecca and Sam watching from the same screen.
Yeah,
absolutely. Tell your friends, tell your family. Or any magic people anyway. So, bit of news for you actually. I don't know if I mentioned this on the live before, but Mila, who is she does all the post and packing for you guys. She's unfortunately leaving us at the end of November. She does all the custom sponge crating and carving, so she's going to take a much bigger role doing all that now. So she's off. So we have Mike Sullivan, who most of you will know from Dietrich, partners with Wayne Dobson, who is our Saturday guy and often here on the live. Mike is going to come in a lot more during the week, not necessarily on a full-time, but on an almost full-time basis. And we have another member of staff joining us on Monday, Kieran Shepherd, if any of you know him. Kieran will be joining us also on a part-time basis, hopefully more full-time-ish than part-time, but it depends on his gigs. We're giving him free range to come and go as he pleases. So he'll be joining us in the future for the lives as well, which should be good. And Alex won't be joining us for a couple of weeks. He's going in the Thames with his diving mask and all his kit, trying to put ping pong balls into the bottom of his boat, because apparently you can float a boat by putting enough ping pong balls in it, because it is at the bottom of the Thames at the moment. So yeah, 3 or 4 ping pong balls at a time. Should take him about 2 weeks to get.
I'm a magician. Gaffer tape solves all problems.
Yeah. Except leaking windows.
Except leaking windows. Let's not get into the windows.
Any other news? Other things going on? What's going on news-wise? The dry white Sharpies, by the way. The converted dry white Sharpies. After we mentioned these last week, we did sell a lot of them. And just to let you know that the red ones and the blue ones are now in stock. We have loads available. They weren't going to be delivered till the 28th of October, we were told, but they arrived actually last week. So in fact, no, not last week. This week, Monday. So I know a load of you asked about the red and blue ones, so they are now available and on the website if you didn't already know. And also magnetic tip Sharpies are back in stock. We were out for a little while, but we're now fully restocked with those. We have loads available. But if you don't know what a magnetic tip Sharpie is, it's a Sharpie with a magnetic tip. Just in case you know. So you can get a little magnet like this, and you can just hold a magnet by it, because that's what the trick is, holding a magnet. No,
that is not. No.
It's used for things. There are loads of impression pads like Cypher. Cypher? Hello, Cypher, if you're watching.
Hi, Cypher.
Cypher in Eden. Cypher. and
Parapad.
Thank you, and other impression pads as well. So in fact, no, it's not. I'm trying to think of.
You think of Informer?
Informer, yeah. Informer has a bigger pen, but you possibly might.
Possibly
do.
could do.
Yeah,
They all. I think they all.
I'm not sure if Steam does or not, but Steam might be. Somebody will know. But anyway, they're back on the system again now. So if you do need any magnetic Sharpies, let us know. We have loads. Back on there, so I don't lose it.
That'll be the door.
Carry on.
I shall read some messages. Hi everybody. Hi Walt, nice chatting to you earlier. Nice to hope you're okay. Martin Olbaum, hello PropDoggers, hope you're doing well. We are doing fine. I was feeling a bit unwell earlier in the week, but I'm top form now, so that's good. Hi Matt, good day. Joseph Ferrini decided not to type anything, but hi Joe, I'm assuming that was meant to be a hello. Alex, kombucha is the future. I brew a strawberry, lemon and thyme flavour. Whatever, John. Whatever. You can do whatever you like in the privacy of your own home, but we all know.
John, I'm with you, buddy.
You are. Maybe I am swimming against the tide, but I don't think so. It's a flash in the pan. It's a phase.
Taste that one. That's a good brew.
It's a phase.
It's a good brew. This one. It's a good brew. Come on, tell me that isn't addictive and it's just so good.
No.
Do you know what that was downstairs? Amazon delivery.
Envelopes. Pens.
My food sealing vacuum sous vide thingy.
Are you getting a sous vide?
Well, I have a crock pot at home. It's a big one that I make all my bone broths in, and it has a little sous vide rack and thermometer thing in it. And I've had it for about 3 years, and I keep forgetting to use it because I've got no sous vide bags and no vacuum thing for the sous vide. And for some reason, I was slow cooking some stuff yesterday. Not yesterday, the other day. That was all dried up, and I suddenly thought I must get one of these. And I finally remembered. So I've got a little vacuum system there. I put my little steaks in it, and I'm going to experiment this weekend sous videing some food. Looking forward to that. Because they want to know all about this. They really do. Yeah.
This is it now. This is it now. This is another thread, isn't it?
Okay. Chris Gilders this afternoon all. Hello, Chris.
I thought it was just for fish.
You do everything in it. You do whatever you want. Any food in it. You can make a whole risotto in it.
And what's the idea? It just doesn't dry out.
Yeah, so imagine, well, let's take a steak for example. You put a steak with some herbs and a bit of butter and everything on that, and you put it in a vacuum thing. It seals it up, no air inside it. It's going to cook nice and slow at an exact temperature, just as you want. And all the juices that come out of that, they're not going to go onto the frying pan or drip away from the grill or drip into the barbecue. They're all going to stay there and go into it. And you bring it out, and you can just quickly burn the top on a griddle or something, and just have a lovely, crispy, beautiful, tasty steak.
This is all inside a crock pot.
Well, it's a crock pot, but just think of being in water at a certain temperature. So you put it with water. It's like boiling it at an very exact temperature or whatever. But I've got to learn all about it. Should we talk magic now?
Yeah, go.
Yeah, let's do it. Sorry, guys.
Although that does sound like magic.
Have we just gained 14 people?
Oh.
Oh no, they're losing. They're going fast. Losing more. Peter Burkett, he says, hi guys, off work today, hope you're all well. Oh, we're very well, thank you. Pete Donnelly says, I always thank you, Mum.
Thanks, Pete.
You want to hear what she says about you, mate? You do make her eyes water, though, apparently. Graham Tooney says, afternoon, Dave and Alex.
My mum. Oh, sorry, go on.
I'm talking about my mum.
All right.
He visits both. Oh, he's not told you about your mum, okay. Tom Brace says, hey all, teleportation device has been going down a storm on the road, thank you. Oh, brilliant. Great news, Tom, great news. I thought for 1 minute you were going to say, it's broken, but yeah, no, that's great news, mate. If anyone doesn't know what that means, by the way, I built a Pop Hayden teleportation device for Tom, and it's on Facebook if you want to see it. Just type in PropDog teleportation device. It's pretty amazing. It's one of my favourite things I've built, actually. It's cool. Iron Brew says Chris Gullenders.
Bang on.
Chris Watts says happy Friday, PropDoggers, and to you, Chris. And Andy Ray says a drop of the brew, Alex.
Too right.
Right there, lad. You're doing in your wee Iron Brew there. Aye. Martin Albon says, hello PropDoggers, I hope you're doing well. Thank you, Martin, we are very well this week, thank you. Is there an update on the eggs, says Rebecca? Now I must find out what is going on.
Testing.
Yeah, it's... The thing is, we made the eggs and we think they're perfect, but until we know exactly that they're going to last and everything's going to be fine and not going to break. The thing is, with anything created or moulded or cast, you always have the problem that they all look great and they settle and they're all perfect. But then 2 months later down the line, something corrupts within the mould or the cast, or it expands and has a crack in it, or the temperature change or the humidity change does something to it. So we need to make sure they're fully done, and I'm not sure where Mel is with that at the moment. So Mel's got them all at home and she's just putting them through a few things, leaving them outside for a bit, putting them in a hot room, because if people leave these things in their car in the summer and they suddenly go like that, we've got to sort it out. And unlike other magic shops who just release something and go, there it is, we like to make sure that our stuff are fully PropDogged. So they're pretty much ready as far as I know. We're just waiting to make sure that they're not going to go kind of weird on us or anything. For example, we are making a product for somebody at the moment that will be released, and it involves a very beautiful clear resin. And there's a glass object and the resin goes in there, and we've made a whole load of these and they're all perfect. But 3 weeks later, a few of them have just suddenly gone pop, little tiny air bubble has kind of peered inside and kind of gone down the sides, and we're like, how can this happen? But it does happen. Things just corrupt over time, so we need to weed those out and get new ones and put them in and just make sure everything's fine. So until everything gets fully tested, we don't have them ready to go. If anyone wants an untested one, then we're welcome to sell you one, but if it goes wrong, I told you so. Kevin King says, Dave Bonsall, the Prince of PropDog. No, I am the king of PropDog. Alex will be the prince because I am the daddy, I own the shop, so therefore I am the king.
You are the king.
He will be pretty much my prince, or as I like to call him, my bitch. Tom Cocker says...
fag. Am I not your fag? Is that not what they call him? Well, no, yeah, I should go there. No, stop that now.
Anyone who's watched Prison Break?
I'm not going there, but
I don't know what that means, do you?
No, but I'm not.
All the people who's watched Prison Break are going... Everyone else is going,
I'm gonna have to
Prison Break pocket.
Yeah.
Tom Cocker says, very strange about Dimension L, Alex. Hope you get an answer soon. Yeah, we do not know what has gone on with that.
Not happy.
We ordered it, put the order through. Murphy's come through. It's gone. Where's the order? Gone. So the only thing we can think of is that there was only one left, and as we ordered, somebody else ordered that one because we did like a special order to reserve it.
Yeah, but it was there when I had the special order. It was definitely there.
Yeah. Did you email Carl about it?
Yeah, I have.
Has he got back to him yet?
No.
He's probably trying to work out what's gone wrong as well. But we are very sorry about that, Tom. We don't know. It's just one of those bizarre things. Bizarre things do happen. What happened the other day was really bizarre. Something happened really bizarre. Oh yeah, all of a sudden, all emails that were from us going to us were disappearing into our trash box, into our email deleted box. And that sounds like weird. Why would you send an email to yourself? But for example, if an order goes through, we get an order notification come through on an emails, and it's addressed to PropDog, but it comes from our server, from PropDog. And I often email myself to remind myself to do things, and for some weird reason they were all disappearing into our deleted box. We do not know why, but after about an hour of hunting around, it turns out that somehow, don't know how, but Outlook had added info PropDog to its banned user list. Very bizarre. Things happen. Things happen. It's almost Halloween, I guess. Stan Airy, hello buddy. Again, he says, congratulations, Colin Peters. Yeah, congratulations, Colin. Hey.
Well done, Colin.
Yeah, on your exam.
Well, it was a great achievement, wasn't it? It was a great achievement.
Anniversary.
Massive achievement.
Yeah,
Massive.
run, parachute jump, skydive.
Yeah. Raising money.
Yeah, whatever it was. Tom Green says, is this? Oh, it's Torrin. Sorry, Tom. Torrin. I thought Tom Green's joining us. I'm a Tom Green fan. I used to love him back in the day. That's my glasses. Torrin says, I've been reading Preston's magazine, Maisel magazine. I would highly recommend it. Thank you, Torrin. I haven't actually seen it other than the one he bought in the other day. I haven't really seen it. So I need to sit down and get a copy and have a good look through.
Yeah.
If you're watching, let me know, Preston. Send me one. Christopher Hurl, I said, happy Friday, PropDoggers. I hope you're all well. I have my first gig this weekend and I'm absolutely bricking it. Any advice on managing my nerves? We've answered this question a few times, haven't we? Yeah. First of all, Chris, congratulations, mate. It's been a while. Where have you been? I've been here for a while. Yeah, basically just get wasted. Just get so drunk and get some weed, have a few spliffs and you'll be fine. Yeah.
Just sway your face off, just really No.
No. First of all, you do need to understand that nerves are your friends. I mean, I still get nervous going to gigs. When you do them, if you do sort of regular gigs every week, you kind of lose the physical nerves and the sort of shakes, but you still do get the butterflies quite a bit when you're approaching a venue. I used to get them all the time, even in my heyday when I was doing kind of 8-9 bookings a week. If I go to a big venue, like some big hotel with 120 seats or tables, no problem at all. But when I'm going up to somebody's house and it's a little house, you hear the music booming in the background, and then I've got to knock on the door and have some random stranger open it. I've got to find my way through the crowd and try and find the booker amongst everybody, and there's loud music. I got butterflies all the time approaching those gigs, and you just kind of deal with it. So yeah, for the first few times you're going to feel quite sick on the way there, and you will have that horrible sort of sickly feeling just here, the butterflies there. But once you've done about 3 or 4 tricks, they will go away. I guarantee it, they will just go. So the trick is to start off with something that doesn't take too much sleight of hand, because when you first do something, you are going to get the shakes, without a doubt. It's going to happen. You're going to be there, and your first 2 or 3 people, you'll be shaking like that, and you'll be like, pick a card. Okay, so start with something very, very simple that doesn't take anything really too hard with your hands. I mean, I always advise if you do full plus stuff off of full plus, really easy trick, because you can just say, name a card, or think of a lady's name, and there's very little card work or skill you need to do. But if you've got any effects you do that are purely mentalism, that's a great thing to start with as well. And then it may not be your strongest stuff, but once you've done a few people, and then the nerves settle down, the shaking stop, then you start with your other stuff. So the first few people, treat them almost like a sacrifice. Don't show them necessarily your best stuff, show them what you can do without any worry about the shakes. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, occasionally I've gone there if there's been a short on hand, if I've been really, I used to get quite nervous on stage. Sometimes I would put the bar and have a quick gin or something like that, just have very small, don't have too much, but very small. But it's not really advised. That's just my little way. But I found it calm down a bit.
Before going on stage, I do power poses, so I stand a bit like Superman and stuff. So because if you sit down hunched and everything else like that, you can really kind of, so I always stand up. But also, just remember, Chris, that we're all nerves. Everyone gets them, no matter how good you are. It doesn't mean that you're not the best magician in the world just because you're getting nervous. You're more than good enough, and just like Dave says, start off something easy, get a few good laughs and responses under your belt, and you'll fly.
You get top comedians going on stage getting the same things, like Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan, one of the most famous comedians in America. He still says before he goes on stage he gets nervous as hell. A lot of them do. The big names, some of the big singers and the bands, before they go out on stage, they're absolutely crapping themselves. It happens. The more people there are, the more nervous they get. So don't worry about it. Just you learn to deal with it. And when you're feeling really sick and you've got that horrible sick butterfly, just
I know which Chris
in
it
through
is
your
now.
nose. Yeah, Chris comes in here.
Yeah. Oh, Chris, you're laughing, mate. Just go and smile and banter.
You've got the skill and confidence, so don't worry about
you're
that. But yeah,
well up.
In for your nose and just out for your diaphragm if you can. Just like that. You can handle nerves a lot better.
Chris, I've seen you. I know what you can do, mate.
Helps.
You've got it nailed.
Yeah.
You've got it nailed.
Okay. Gary Upton says, just got back from work and performed Haunted Deck and everyone went crazy. Have you got similar? Well, Haunted Deck, I presume you mean the card that slides out the deck. I mean, that's a classic of Magic. Dynamo made that quite famous, didn't he? There are dozens of versions. Nick Heinzhorn's is probably the best one out there. But it's an animated kind of effect that probably makes that so good.
But there's loads of loop tricks.
Yeah, there's dozens of them out there, isn't there? But you wouldn't want to do anything so similar. If you've got that as an effect and a great reaction, then you don't need to do really any other thing fairly similar. I would say, that's one. Just tick that off as one of your top tricks up there. Keep that up there, and then find some other tricks. So ideally you want like 10 tricks at this level. So sometimes you have a trick, there's one here gets a sort of medium reaction, one gets a little bit of a lower reaction, one gets a really good reaction, medium reaction, average reaction. The ones at the lowest, get rid of those and find something else. Play around with something, it might come here, it might come here, but if you're lucky and it comes up there, tick that one off, that's up there, that's another one set, and then you've got to get the rest of them up there as well. And then when they're all up here, lower everything and try and find something to beat that. But as good as it is, I wouldn't try and find something similar. I would find something completely different that blows their socks off. Think about something like Bottle Through Table. That works amazingly well. All these classics out there that just kill. There are plenty of them there. Adrian says medium Bonslopes back in stock. Thank God. So
they probably aren't now.
So I contacted the company. I said, look, we need these ASAP. We really desperately need them now. Please make the white medium bond slopes the priority of what you send us. So they sent us 33 packs of, well, the equivalent of 33 packs of the medium, and loads of all the other sizes and colours and shapes, and we didn't want those. We wanted the mediums. So 33, they've almost gone already. So if you do any medium bond slopes and the white ones, get there quickly. We've got another 50 just arriving red, but reds don't sell anywhere near as well as the whites. So yeah, that's a pain in the backside. Jonas is there. Hello, Jonas. Jonas says, drinking that much whiskey? That would have lasted me 20 seconds for a whole bottle. He says, sorry I'm late, but the dog needed a walk. No, it's not a Scottish Terrier. Apparently you don't get a free dog with every 12 bottles. Adam Evans says, I had a lovely video chat with Wayne Dobson this afternoon. Yeah. We love Wayne. He's a good bloke. Jonas says, if kombucha is the future, I'm happy to be an old fart. Remember, they all used to call VHS and LP records the future. See what happened there. They used to call horses the future, didn't they? You know. Jake Thomas says, are these easy bend forks at all bendable without the heat treating? I've got a pretty good strength and I'm looking for some harder forks. Right, give me 2 seconds, Jake. Alex, take over some things. I'm going to get one and we shall show them.
Okay. A nice grey sous vide steak, yum. I know. See, for me, a steak, you need a very hot grill, slam it on, turn it over, job done. But anyway, enough of that. Joshua Riddle-Eiley says hello. Ifti Ahmed says hello. Hello, Ifti. Nice to see you the other day. Jonathan Strudwick says hi. Did anyone else get any issues with the Nomad magnet coming off the ring? And did you guys send me out a replacement? Hi, Jonathan. I believe we did. I'll have to double check with Mila. I'll go through our postal records. I have found another one we've got in stock where the magnet has come off. So there is definitely an issue with 2 of them, but we'll find out for you. We'll make sure you get your replacement.
Right. Let me see anything. Oh, nice grey sous vide.
Yeah, you see,
steak.
that's the
Yum.
you need to get that charcoal flame. I mean, what will all the barbecuers out there think of you, Dave, with that sous vide steak? Gonna.
Oh, yes. Okay. Just reading what Jonathan Strudwick was saying then. Right. Okay. So these are the forks before we convert them. They are the Utopia table forks. If anyone wants to know what they are, if they want to get them themselves. And let's see how bendable they are. How's your fork bending skills?
I can't. Right. What? You want me to bend a tine? Or?
Yeah. So bend a tine. Just about bend it to there. I can bend it that way just a little bit. That way quite easy, but
can't put that. Anyway, no. Ow. All right.
I'm just trying to do it. No, ain't gonna happen.
I mean, unless you want to be a facial contortionist, I think.
No, ain't gonna happen. So yeah, if you want a fork just to bend on their own,
no,
don't use these. Once they're heat treated, yeah, no problem. You bend them piece to piece. So what I did do actually once, so when I heat treat these, hang on, let me just get one of these out. So when I heat treat them, as I mentioned before, I heat treat, it's on the camera, all the way, hold up my shirt so you can see, yeah. So I heat treat along the bottom of the tines along there, and then just this bit here, okay? And once I heat treat them, they end up being really black. So we acid dip them, and then we do a whole load of processes to polish them back up again. But what I tried doing once or twice was putting them in the kiln when I do the Easy Bend keys and the Easy Bend coins. And when you put them in the kiln, they get heated up to about 700 degrees centigrade, and they're in there for about 40 minutes at that temperature. And then we slowly cool them overnight. And the next morning we go in, they're all cool and they're super bendy, but they're just black, like they've been in a bonfire overnight. And then we clean them back up again. And that's not so bad to do with the coins and the keys, because I acid clean them and then I put them in a big, huge tumbler with some walnut shells and certain polishes, and they polish for like 3 days in different stages, and they all clean up. I can't do that with the forks, because when I put them in and I start the whole polish in the actual the tumbler, all the forks interlock like that and become one big mess, and it just crashes everything. But when I took the fork out of the kiln and tested it, oh my god, it was like the thing was made of aluminium tin foil.
Really?
You could just get the fork and just bend it into little, you could literally screw it into a ball really easy. It was really, really nice. The problem was the cleanup would be horrendous, because I can't put it in the polisher. I can acid dip it, but then I'd have to clean every single part of that under a wire wheel like that, and it will take probably about 2 or 3 minutes per fork. But oh my god, they were amazing. In fact, I'll do one for you guys next time I do a heat treat. I'll do one the whole fork and show you guys, because they are just so much fun just to play with. But yeah, if only I could find a way to bring them back up to perfect condition like that after being in the kiln. Yeah, it'd be amazing. But then the problem is the way they're heat treated like that, in order to stretch them back out, stretch the molecules out to be unbendable back again, because with the keys and the coins, you bend them once, you stretch the molecules, they become hard again, you can't bend them back. With that, you couldn't just bend it a little bit to straighten up, because the whole thing is treated, if that makes sense.
Right, yeah.
So you'd have to curl it all the way into the smallest little balls, and then you wouldn't be able to curl it back. But if you're just going to bend it around that way, then when you go to bend it back, everything else would bend.
But that might be a fun finish to a fork bend, though, wouldn't it? Finish the actual fork, and then just go like pretend to screw it up.
I suppose you could probably tie the thing into a knot. You could probably tie a little granny knot in it and pull it tight. They're that soft. They're amazing. Yeah. Liam Ball says afternoon PropDog. It's like Good Morning Vietnam, isn't it? Pete Dolly says after having it for 18 months, Mystery Blocks is getting its first outing at Houdini's Magic Bar tomorrow night. Yeah, bloody time, mate. 18 months. Is that 18 months of practice? That's what it is. He's such a perfectionist, Pete is. He thought, right, I'm going to practice this for 18 months before I take it out and actually
just
try
the Lego. He's just struggling with the Lego, aren't you, Pete? That's the problem. Where's the picture instructions?
Hans says, good afternoon, friends. Nice to see you on the show again. Hope all is well. Thank you, Hans. We are very well. Matt Boskull says, any thought on Totem? Heard good things. Has it come in yet?
No, it hasn't. I haven't seen it. Looks good, but I'm still on the fence, so we'll have to see.
Josh Riley's laughing at you.
They all do.
Jonah says, so Mike is the court jester. Mike's more the court jester's pet hamster. He's the court jester's pet hamster's jester. Simon Keane this afternoon all. Sorry Mike, if you're watching, he's probably watching. Don't mean it, mate, you know that. He's the queen. AnyWeb 2 totally unusable due to a pop-up from Google. Oh, AnyWeb 2, which one's that?
It is a fake Google site that you use, so you can force absolutely anything that you can Google, you can force it. And that's interesting. I wonder if that's a temporary thing, or whether or not we should. Well, I don't know, we'll highlight that. I can't remember who makes it now, but yep.
Matt Boskill says, I did a kids show against my better judgment at the weekend, and it was the best fun I've had in years. Thanks for getting stuff to me so quickly. Massive help. Well, congratulations, mate. Yeah,
there's two ways they can go, and I'm pleased you had a good experience.
You're a better man than mine. Mine went the other way. Yeah, I've only ever done one and will never do another. George Angel says, hi guys, just received my invisible coin for your attention in about 3-week turnaround about a 3-week turnaround on delivery to Australia, if anyone wants to know. 3 weeks, that's quite a lot. I don't know whether it's still a backlog thing from COVID or whether it's a Brexit thing, but it used to be 7 to 10 days to Australia.
Well, there was the whole fuel thing.
Could be that, I guess, yeah. Not really sure. I mean, we can get stuff there in 2 days by expedited courier if you want to pay for it. That costs about 50-60 quid for the average order. Paul Knight, hello mate, hope all is well. He says, hi all, quick question, do you stock Henry Harris's mini RD cubes and shells to match? I have the set that comes with a cube Maestro, but would like to order another mini cube and shell. We often do stock a lot of Henry Harris's stuff, but we haven't been able to get a hold of any of it for about 2 years now. So maybe we can drop another email, see if we can get it now. There was all kinds of problems with shipping from Hong Kong and Hong Kong in general, with all the riots and all the other problems, and that's where they're based. So yeah, we had a lot of problems.
He will provide the mini cube separately, although I don't believe it's actually a an item that he advertises as being available, but we can contact him and get you on if we can get anything from it.
Injector's gone that way too, says Matt Boskill. Given up on Magic apps as an Android user, too much hassle. I never even got started with apps. In fact, the only app I ever used was Boris the Spider, or My Pet Boris. But yeah, I mean, Digital Force Bag is amazing, but I just never really got into any of them. If I was ever going to use a phone for any Magic now, it'll only be for the Stranger, because that is just insane. And you won't ever have any problems with websites or apps and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think any that have these fake... I'm not a big fan of the whole fake website ones, for sure.
Yeah. Colin Peters says, cheers, Stan. What's it for, Colin? Congratulations for what? Let us know. Christopher Harrell says, thanks, guys. That was some solid advice, and thanks for your kind words and confidence. Yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Let us know, though, how you get on with it. Keith Wilson says, hi guys, having played in bands for over 30 years, I always got nervous, but they soon went when the crowd is with you. I always used to find the small audience harder as less people to please. Yeah, exactly the same with me. Yeah. Josh Riley says, as a developer of web-based magic effects, it's a nightmare dealing with this.
It is.
Rich Reller says, do you sell easy bend spoons rather than thoughts? No, we don't, Rich, but we can do them if you want. Obviously, the only thing you'll be able to bend really is going to be the stem on it. There is no tines to bend. I don't know whether I can make the cup bendable of the spoon, but drop us an email. It's something I'd have to get a load in especially for you, and it would just be personally made for you. But if other people did want them, I can do them. But yeah, let us know what kind of spoons, whether it's a dessert spoon, tablespoon or teaspoon, or a quantum size, really weird, very miniature little baby doll spoon, and we'll get that sorted for you. Just let me know where you want to heat treated, and if anyone wants to know how to heat treat them themselves, just drop us an email. I'm more than happy to tell people how to do it. It's no secret or anything like that. It's just we have the equipment to be able to do it in bulk. Paul Sunderland says, not managed to join you guys for a while, so hello and good to be back. Where's Bobo these days? Bobo is having a clean in her cage. Let's get her out for a little while. Do you want to come out, Bobo? Do you want to come out?
Here she comes. Adam Evans, I cook my steak for 1 minute on each side and leave it to stand for 10 minutes. Delicious.
Well, that's what I do with my steaks at home. I get my griddle pan out. I do mine for, I basically get some dripping or beef fat, melt it, rub it in, bit of garlic powder on top of it, bit of salt and pepper, and yeah, a minute and a half for me, depending on the size of the steak. But sous videing is something I'm really looking forward to experimenting with. Oh, there, Bobo. Good bird. Say hello to everyone. What are you looking at? What are you looking at? She's got her eye on something down here. Matthew Colley says, are you making any more Easy Bend 10p's? Right, so yes, I will be making more Easy Bend 10p's and 2p's. You want to come up here? Now, what people don't realise is just how much, what, you want to go down here? How much of a pain it is to do these. I can't just go and get a load of 10p's and heat treat them. It's not as simple as that. If I go to a bank and say, can I have a lot of 10p's? They got all funny about it and asked me, why I want them and everything, because I want a lot of them. If I'm just a customer, random customer, they'll give me maybe a couple of bags. But when I say, I want like £200 worth of 10s, they get all funny, and then I say, I am a business customer, I need these for the business, and then they kind of agree, and then they say, well, I haven't got that many, you'll have to come back and order them in advance. And I can't order these in advance, because if I go into a bank and order 10p's or 2p's, what I get are brand new coins, and I can't heat treat brand new coins because all brand new coins are made of steel. Okay, I can heat treat them, but once they're heat treated, they'll only be as soft as copper nickel coins are before they're heat treated. That makes sense. If you don't know, the older coins are copper nickel coins. They don't attract to magnets. The new ones, steel ones, do attract to magnets. The copper nickel ones are a lot easier to bend. So if I heat treat these steel ones, once I finish and clean them up, they bend exactly the same as an untreated copper nickel one. So I have to go to a bank and say, look, give me all the 10p's and 2p's that you have physically in stock now, which are all the ones people come in from change or pubs that have had they're cashed up and taken to the bank. And that's usually very limited. It may only be 50 or a couple of hundred quid's worth of coins, which is not a lot. So what I have to do is to go around lots of different banks. Now, it used to be a lot easier because there were a lot more banks, but the banks are all closing down. We've had 3 Lloyds banks closed down in our area in the last couple of years. So in order to go and get these, it takes about a day of going around all the banks I can. I have to go to Richmond Bank, I have to go to Twickenham Bank, I have to go to Staines Bank, I have to go to Felton Bank, I have to go to Hounslow Bank, I have to go to Hayes Bank, and just get all the coins they have and carry all these coins back in big bags. Once I have those coins, I then have to separate every single steel coin from them, so we lay them out all over the carpet, and I go around with a magnet and take away all the steel ones. Once I take away the steel ones, I have to count them back up, bag them out back up, and take them back to the bank, who said, "You've just taken all these out of the bank." And I said, "Well, I've taken a lot of them out, but I'm not bringing them all back." And they get really funny about that as well. So these are the problems, and then and only then I'm left with all the copper nickel ones. But the copper nickel ones are going out of circulation. When they go back to the mint, they get rid of all the copper nickel ones and replace them with steel ones. So that every time I go back to the bank, there are less and less coins available. But what ends up happening is I spend a whole day getting all these coins, and I end up with just, you know, maybe £50 worth of coins I can then heat treat. So it's not as easy as everyone thinks, and that's why we charge a bit of money to do them. It is an absolute nightmare, and because it takes a whole day to do it, I've got to take a whole day of work. Now Alex is away for 2 weeks, and we've just sold our last 2 bags now, which means I can't go out for the next 2 weeks because Alex isn't here. I'll be leaving the new guy and Mike on their own, and I can't really do that. So it'll be at least 2 weeks, probably a bit longer before I get to go out and do it, and then I've got to go through the whole process of making them all. So
to answer your question, Matthew, yes.
yeah. But I'd let people know, because people say, "Why are you charging this much for a bag of coins?"
Well,
it's
actually,
not just a bag of coins.
Actually, so funny. We did a thing with Jason, didn't we? With all the 10p over the floor, so you can see just how many. Basically, it's scattered all over the floor.
Yeah.
There's loads of them. It is.
Yeah,
fun.
real pain. And then I've got to go for the whole heat treating process, which then takes about 3 or 4 more days to do. So yeah, that's why they're not always available, and that's the kind of pain in the backside, the kind of thing I go through for very, very little profit. I mean, I shudder to think how little profit we make overall when you consider my time and fuel to the bank and to the bank again. Yeah. Yeah, thank God for you guys that we're PropDog and we do this stuff. You know, we do it for the love of the art. Jonas says Stefan. Stefan and that other name, Scoochters, self-folding bill. Gets similar reactions to Haunted Deck for me. Also John Kennedy's Haunted Die, and the Haunted Matchbox is also the same sort of effects, but I wouldn't perform them for all the same people. Yeah, absolutely. It's like floating bill. If you've ever done a floating bill, lots of magicians have said this, and I totally agree. Never ever do it at the beginning of the night, because if you do, that's all they want to see for the rest of the night. If you're going to do a floating bill effect, leave it to the very last few moments of your evening there. Just use it as a last little finish off. One last trick before I go, guys. You'll like this one. And when they say do it again, say, God, I've really got to go, because all they want to see all night is that. Yeah, it's amazing. Unless you're an idiot and you do it over a spotlight and they go, but there's a hair between your 2 hands. Gotcha. I've seen it happen.
I know.
I've seen it happen. People not looking at the lighting when they're doing it. Yeah.
Yep.
Matt Bosco says, is there any point of gimmicks like flexion now that you've got heat treated keys, etc.? Yeah, absolutely. People don't always want to use the heat treated keys. They quite often want to borrow a key. They may say they've got an old key, or they may not want to switch out a key. So yeah, flexion is still a great little effect. You know, it's up to you. If you say to somebody, "You've got an old key on your key ring," a lot of people will say, "Yeah, do you know, I've got one for my old house. Don't use it anymore. Can I borrow it? Sign it for me first." But yeah, no, flexion's still a good gimmick. Paul Sunderland says, what about selling the kiln forks for the customer to clean up? Yeah, Paul. It's not that simple to clean up, unless you've got the kind of equipment we've got downstairs, like buffing wire wheels and buffing wheels, and acid bath dipping capabilities. Then yeah, not quite so easy. But Paul, if you want me to send you a load, more than happy to do so. And I would like a report back on how you got on the live on a Friday. Just let me know. Chris says, loving the mystery blocks too, Dave. Oh, great. Thank you, Chris. And I'm loving the keyboard, mate. Loving this keyboard. You should see how fast and easy I typed the date on here today. It was great. Really easy. Frank says, totem seems like a way to many things. So, like way too many things to predict. Almost a too perfect theory.
Yeah, I don't think it's not a terribly new method either, Frank. So I mean, anyway, we'll talk about it next week. Hopefully, when we've got some in, and I'll have a good look at it.
Tom says, I'm not sure if you mentioned it on a previous live day, but what made you never do another kids show again? I have mentioned it on another live before. So basically what it was, I used to do athletics at a very high level. I did decathlon, and I was once invited to a school. There was a couple of Olympic gold medalists and a couple of people going to the Olympics. At the time, I was meant to be going to the Olympics, so I was kind of like a star going there. Anyway, we went there and we met all the kids, they signed autographs, and we spent the whole day there. And I got chatting with the principal there, the headmaster, and we're talking about magic, and I showed him a couple of tricks. And he says, "Oh my God, this is amazing! Can you come and do, some kids magic for the some magic for the kids at the school?" And I said, "I don't know, maybe not. It's not really my thing. I'll have a think about it." Anyway, he somehow mentioned that to another teacher who was having had a kids party at school, and he gave her my contact details, which I regret him doing, but he did. And this woman said, "Can you come and do my kids party?" I said, "I don't really know." She says, "Oh, the headmaster sung your praises, said how amazing you were, and he said it'd be no problem doing it." And she somehow talked me into it from the guilt trip of everything I'd done the week before. So I agreed to go and do this thing, having never done a kids show before, having never practiced for a kids show before, and thinking I can pretty much just adapt my adult material to a kids show. Anyway, I arrived there, and as I went in, the kids were actually having a treasure hunt. And while they're running around, I got there, and then the mother said, "Right, everybody, stop, come on in." The kids were like, "No, we want to find the sweets, we want to find the money. No, come on in, no." So eventually, against the kids' wills, they brought them all into the lounge. The kids sat down, crossed their legs, and they all sat there like this. And one kid said, "We were finding money and sweets until you arrived. What are you going to do?" I'm like, "Oh my God." And that's immediately the sweat starts doing it. And it just turns out that these kids were not really impressed with the magic, just wanted to go back out and find kids stuff. And I wasn't ready to do it. I hadn't kidized my magic enough for them, and was trying to do all things that I could to make it more interesting to them. They're only about 8-9 years old. They might as well have been vicious Rottweilers for all I was concerned. Yeah, made me feel very unwelcome to be there, and I didn't like it one bit. And once the sweat starts in that kind of scenario, I mean, I was a lot younger then. I was back in my early 20s then, so I wasn't the seasoned magician I was later on. But it was a horrible booking, and I swore then I would never do another children's booking, and I never did. Now, if I go to a table at a restaurant or a wedding and there's a load of kids on the table, that's a different kettle of fish. I can handle those, no problem at all. I've got loads of stuff in my repertoire now that I can do really well for kids. But back in the day, put me off.
Also, I don't think you've done any favours stopping the children when they're having a good time.
Yeah.
To go and do something else.
They were so reluctant.
You just never want to do that.
No.
You just go, "Look, I'll wait," or whatever. Yeah.
Sorry, there we go. Right, let's move on. That is why I don't do kids. Yeah, so a little when I'm tickling her there, she's got a lot of little quills at me breaking off, so you've got all the feather dust around. Mark Patrick Kavanagh says, "Hi all."
Hi, Mark.
Well, he says hi to you both actually. He says, "Hope you're both well, and you guys going to the dealers' day?" I'm not actually. No. I might go just to check it out and see what's going on there, but we won't have a stand there this year. And Andy Nyman's new one as well. I wasn't going to be around for a while. I was going to be away at this point as well, so we never booked a table there because it wasn't any point doing it if I had to cancel. So we were hoping we might get a last minute one, but all the dealer stands were booked pretty fast, so we didn't get one in the end there either. But I'll be there also as a punter. So I will see you all there. Matthew Colley says, "Valuable lesson learned at a gig last weekend. Do not perform Venom Cube on a veranda over a lake. When dropped, you will lose pieces. When dropped, they will lose pieces. An expensive lesson to learn. Blew my confidence to use ring flight." Yeah, you've got to be so careful. I mean, I've used ring flight on a ship and cruises, like Thames cruises, and I won't perform it outside anywhere near the edge of the actual boat. It can be terribly, nerve-wracking, and you quite often go onto places where they got wooden decking as well, and if you can't get under the wooden decking and there's gaps in it, I won't perform ring flight on that either. So you learn lessons all the time. It's one of those things. However, one of my favourite things to do when I did do ring flight, if I was far enough away from the edges of a boat, I do the old gag with a penny. You know, the one with the penny where you get a penny. So you basically borrow somebody's ring and say, "Oh, it's a very nice ring." Poof, and you hear a splash in the water, and they go, "My ring!" And you go, "No, I'm kidding. It was just a coin." You open your hand, there's a coin in your hand. Oh my word! Panic! And then you reach over and bring it out. Always great to do in those kind of situations, especially with a veranda or something. But Matthew, that's an expensive thing to learn. Yeah. Right. Okay. We've waffled on enough. Let's talk about something we got to talk about.
Well, sorry, folks. Let's start with "Make Your Choice" by Julio Montoro, who is
another one by.
And it's
He's like the other brothers, like 1, 2, 3, 4.
This one is better than
a good trick. Takes months to develop and release.
Not when you've nicked someone else's premise and all that jazz. So it used to be called Hug or Kill, which isn't the name of Tom Stone's trick of Darcin Men, but lots of people go, "Have you got the hug and kill trick?" Because no one realises what it's called. So he's taken that premise.
But Tom Stone wasn't the first person to do that either, though.
No, he's the first person to release it as a.
It was a trick, yeah. I mean, I was making those for people 5-6 years before Hug Kill came out, before Darcin Men came out.
Really? Well, but was it before his lecture?
I don't know when his lecture was. I don't know.
It might have been before his lecture because he lectured it long before it was actually a product because it took people to make it.
Yeah, they possibly then.
So he's converted it into this sort of foldy thing. So instead, previously with Hug and Kill, you'd have the black strip and it'd be strong. And
I must have taken years to develop that.
I know. He's really put in a lot of time and effort. They are nice thing, right? So let's talk about the good things. Okay, let's not. I think Tom Stone's given this his blessing now. He obviously didn't like Hug and Kill. I don't know. There was some reason, so it got withdrawn, then got re-released. They're dry. It's all dry wipe. So you can put whatever you want on the front and whatever you want on the back, and you can rub it all off. So you can customise it for particular gigs and everything else. It's very portable, does work, simple to use. There you go. But it is $57.99.
What? Hang on a minute. That is like a 50 pence piece of plastic you can get online very, very easy. I mean, you may have had it custom made, but you can buy these wallets that you flip them out. You can just get one of those and a couple of business cards inside. Is that it?
Well,
What makes it special? What makes it work?
Well, I mean, there are little attractive things.
Oh, okay. There's a little bit of a border on it. Yeah, okay.
There's some attractive little things that you stuck in the corner.
There's a couple of magnets. Is that magnets?
They are magnets. Yeah, there's 4 magnets in each one because that's the method.
Okay. Oh, a bit better then. But
so
yeah, still
flaps. You get to pull it out. So basically, yeah. So what would happen is you'd have these things. They say number one, you'd pull it out, you reveal there'd be something nice on there, and then you'd turn this around and there'd be something bad. Or as he does, you can say that. So he says you have 500. You can win whatever's written on the back, and there'd be £500 written on the back of all of them, apart from the one that they've chosen.
£25 product if we're releasing that.
I think so. For close up, it's not. But there are other. I think it's a good mentalism effect close up. One little problem is apparently.
It is a good effect. The routine is lovely. You can't fault the routine one little bit.
It's very expensive for what it is. But I mean, if you do like the routine, then it is what it is, and it does work. So you have these little black stickers that you put over the crease bits because that again helps with the method. I've tried it without those, and you can just about get away with it as long as you're talking. And you don't cause too much attention to when you're doing. There's a slight. There's a knacky thing you have to do. You don't necessarily need these. If you do put these on and stick them on here, when you concertina it all up, and then when you come out, they'll find that they've mostly peeled off. So that is, you then have to keep it flat pretty much if you're going to store it, and you do need to trim these to be the right length. They haven't even made them the right length. I mean, to be honest, I thought. If they did get this custom made, then these bits should have been black in the first place, and you shouldn't be putting any stickers on. A bit disappointed with that for the money. It's easy to do.
Can you just
definitely
get a
works.
Sharpie and
Customizable.
Colour in the middle bits of the Sharpie.
I'm not sure a Sharpie would. Hold on there. But I mean, like I say, I do like the effect. I'd probably.
The routine's great.
I probably wouldn't want. You could win £500 and then turn it round to realise that they've.
How much is of Darcin Men?
Of Darcin Men, about the same, I think.
There you go. Big, nice prop, really well made, perfect. Same. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Price.
But it's walk around, isn't it? It's walk around easily portable, walk around.
I get the idea. You know, it's nice. But
one thing is you have got to try and pull. You've got to try. Yep. So
I love the routine. A close-up version of it is great, but it's. Oh, what?
You have got to pull these out, which might be tricky with one. Yeah, that's all right. So anyway, I mean, I would customise it so that they don't come out as being a bad loser. If you know what I mean. I'm not a big fan of the. You could have won 500, but you're going home with nothing effect. But yep. So you customise it for all your things. So it's good. It's a good sound method. Not terrible. I don't know how long this will last. And for $57.99, I would expect a little bit more. But apart from the price, it's good. It is good. There you go. There you go. I'm sort of on the fence, but I think it's good. We have Mike Sullivan doing a dealer down for Dietrich on Tuesday at the George Pub City, Rochester.
Don't miss it.
Sorry to hear that, Pete.
It's going to be brilliant. Mike's brilliant at dealer dams. He is.
He is lovely.
Yeah. Charlie says, on the subject of apps, the best magic app I've ever owned is Hydra.
I think you'll find it's probably Card Oracle or The Stranger.
Andy Tingley says, sorry guys, late today, but I missed the best bits. Oh, mate, you should see what happened earlier.
That's hilarious. Mate. She was great, wasn't she?
Yeah, I'm glad you put your
clothes
back on.
The way she did, I mean, amazing.
Colin Peters says, I won the Surrey Society close-up comp last night. Jamie Raven was the magical judge. Oh, congratulations. Good effort, Colin. And
well done.
Yeah, good to see Jamie's getting out and about a bit. I haven't seen Jamie for ages. Amber says, I up. Or A up.
Yeah, up.
No bright tries on Alex. Hello, Dave. Nice to see you both.
No, sorry, yeah. No, don't know what I've been playing at. I've got to do some laundry, basically.
It's like my new brooch.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's a good brooch. Jonas says, I know how I prefer to make my steaks. I just walk past the griddle pan now with my steaks. Now, does anyone know how I can make my mistakes? The info will really help me. Matthew Colley says, I know the effort it takes for the 10p's. I've tried it, so thank you. Nigel says, afternoon chaps, just joined. Where's Alex holidaying? And who's the new guy?
PropDog. It's lovely this time of year.
Great. So the new guy is Kieran Shepherd. He's Guildford based. He's going to drive up every day. And Alex is off to Pennsylvania.
I'm not going anywhere at all. I am. Oh no, I am actually. No, for a little bit. I am going on holiday to Cleverley in Devon, which is a private village.
A private village?
A private village.
Is that a whole village where you've got a secret knock or something to get in?
Not that sort of private shop kind of village. No, you're private. You have to pay to get in.
Into the village itself?
Yeah.
Have they got like shops and stuff in the village?
Yeah. So one guy owns the whole village.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's where I'm going.
Are there any magic shops in the village?
No.
Wonder why.
Well, in fact, you've got to pay a tenner to get into the village.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh no, say 75 or something. I don't know. I won't be paying. I don't have to pay to get into the village.
Is this for posh people who don't want to be bothered by other folk?
Basically, yes.
Is this where your brother lives?
Basically.
How do you make copper coins magnetised, says Andy Tingley. You pretty much can't unless you're going to cut it in half and put a magnet inside it, Andy. Amber says, I'm going to save on non-magnetic 10p's for you. Thank you, Amber. I need about 1,000 ideally, so yeah, get spending. 2p's as well. One of the things I used to do, whenever I went to Blackpool, on the last day at Blackpool, before I drove home, I went down to the arcades and just put loads of money and just kept getting all the change out of it, hoping a lot of them were non-magnetic, because there was a thing some time ago which I did actually try, is where people will go, there's machines that go back and forth, like you put the money in and it goes down.
Oh yeah.
So if they had steel 10p's in there, people would hold a magnet near the glass. I know because I tried it once and a whole load of went zoop, hit the glass. So yeah, they were doing that. So they try and use a lot of copper coin, not copper coins, copper nickel coins in those things. But they didn't always make their way into the actual machines, but you get a lot of them in there. So yeah, I mean, if everyone was to save them and bring them in, it'd be fantastic. Nigel Quinn says, will you be at the TMC Dealers Day or Nyman's London Magic Event? And we just talked about that, Nigel. We will be there as punters, but not as dealers. Jim Sandifer.
Someone's going to have to be in the shop on the Dealers Day.
Oh yeah, Mike's
So
not here,
if you're Mark going, then I'll be in.
Oh okay.
But
Well, do you want to go? I'll come in the shop if you
I
want.
don't know. No, just put it out. So.
Oh, so there we go. Oh, I'll be here. You go. Oh, I'll be here. I don't mind. I've seen enough conventions to last me a lifetime. Jim says, how to start gigging as a beginner? Well, do you mean how to get the gigs coming in? If you want to get the gigs coming in, once you reckon you're ready to do the magic, just get a load of business cards, loads and loads made up, and hand the business cards out to anyone you perform a trick to. You know, whether you sit next to somebody on a train and get chatting and show them a trick, hand them a card. You know, whether you just meet friends and family or guys down the pub. That's your first port, and then try and get some free work. You know, there's a lot of people there who would love a magician for free for their party or their restaurant. So you know, I've often said here, you know, popping around to local restaurants and say, look, you know, I'm a magician just starting out. I'd like to be able to hand some business cards out. You know, I'll come and work for free on a Thursday night for like a couple of hours. Maybe, you know, throw me a meal at the end of the day and show some magic to lots of people and start giving out your business cards. And it's a great way to start. Wayne Goodman has a really good book. Expert at the Restaurant Table, which he talks a bit about getting gigs, but he's also just released his new wedding version of the same book, which also tells you about how to get more wedding gigs, for example going to wedding fairs and speaking to agents and stuff like that. So yeah, once you start handing cards out, every time you do a gig, hand 100 or so cards out at every gig, and eventually they all start self-propelling. And then you can start advertising, get yourself a website. If you want, try some of the online directories, Magician Directory, or Magic Week has a good directory of magicians, and people will start finding you via that. So I hope that helps, Jim. Steve Lawrence says, do you have a trapdoor in your ceiling, and what's the effect? A trapdoor in the ceiling? No,
I think the light looks like it's a trapdoor in the. Does that not look like it's a trapdoor?
Oh, there, yeah. Come on.
Oh, is it the one behind, or is it the hole?
It was being a pain. Yeah.
We too, yeah, but we're starting it. I think Jamie T. Grant has a book called what's it called, The Approach. But he basically started out. He just everywhere he went, he took a magic trick with him. No matter who he bumped into, whether it was a receptionist, whether he was just standing waiting at the bar, and he just show him a trick and tell everyone that he was a magician. That's what you got to do, and eventually people would go, "Oh, my friend's got a birthday next week." You know, it'll happen.
I got a gig from standing next to a guy in a urinal once.
Did you look at a nice watch?
I was in a pub having a pee, just randomly chatting to the guy next door to me, it's Sid. Sid's coming.
Oh.
Yeah. He said, "What do you do?" "Oh, I'm the magician." "Magician? Yeah. Oh, got a card." Yeah.
Couldn't make this bigger, could you? Right in.
Yeah. Next thing I know, I get a wedding card. Got to go sit downstairs.
Right.
I hear him. Be quiet.
Yeah, so we will be at TMC Dealers Day. One of us, both of us, all of us, depending on how it goes. I hate levitation. What I do is an animation style effect. It says Adam Evans. I let go of the item. It floats for about a second. That's all you need. Yeah, quite right, Adam. I think you don't want anything bouncing around too much or for too long. They'll get the idea. They'll probably be able to guess the method, but at least if you haven't done it for too long, they won't be able to see the method, and they'll still remain fooled. Thanks for the offer, but I'm washing my hair, says Paul Sunderland. Keith Wilson, are you on the flight path to Heathrow? Yeah, more or less. I'm not sure. Was there a noise? That's shh, bye-bye. Shh. Do you know what's that door in your ceiling and what's the effect? Oh, but here we go. I've done Smash and Stab and Human Blockhead at kids shows. That's when I realised you should probably stick to adult shows. Quite right, Charlie. Oh yeah, no, I would be tempted to do. I would love to do Human Blockhead at a kids show. That's a cracker. Matt Boskill, I made my choice. Make my choice equals dog shit. Well, yes, that is a fair assumption at first chance. I mean, if you like the effect, go for it. Well, hello.
Look what I found.
Hello.
Found a dog outside.
Oh.
So Sid was going to be dropped off at my place tonight at 6, but as he's here early, I haven't got to finish the show quite so early, so I haven't got to rush off anymore. Hello. He's a pee machine. A pee and a poop machine, aren't you?
Oh, he is, yeah, I had a
little pee poop machine.
Yeah, I had my shoe, didn't I?
Say hello to Uncle Stan, look. Uncle Stan's watching. Yeah, Uncle Stan. That way. Right, where were we?
We're just there. I'd like the
Let's talk something else. Let me just shut the door and let him down.
Yes, yeah, let's get cracking. Right, so, so we have these silk to various things.
You were asking earlier where silk to pig was. I'm like, silk to? What do you mean silk to pig? What's a silk to pig? Where? And then I see silk to panda, and then silk to pumpkin.
So I mean, I don't know.
Explain.
I don't know if there's something lost in the translation of these tricks, but you know, well, silk to egg. Instead of doing it to an egg, you get a silk to panda, and I mean, I'm guessing silk to egg's not that logical, but here you get to. They provide you with some cracking one-liners about pandas. You know what's, black then white, then black then white. Panda rolling down a hill, which
expertly made. What you do is you get a toy and you just got a hole in the bottom one, and then you sell it for how much?
$13.99. So, but you do get a silk with it.
Price.
I mean, feel free to go.
I thought you were going to say like 50 quid then. I was going to be like, what? There's another Other Brothers release. No, that's fair price, yeah.
Yep, silk to pig, surprisingly enough. Very similar to silk to panda, but with a pig. I'm not sure if you get as many pig jokes with it. I'll tell you what would be good, Dave. Dave, what you should do, you could get a few of these, and then you could do like a Monty routine.
Whoa!
With these things.
What about using? No, don't use. That's been done. What about something like ducks?
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah,
what can we call it? We could.
Well, if you're going to do a Monty,
lucky cluckers.
Like
we could call it lucky cluckers.
Oh, good
It'd
one.
Be amazing.
Good one. Yeah. Oh. And you sell that for what? A tenner? No, not that much.
40 quid.
How much? 40 quid? No one would ever buy that.
Oh, they would. Oh, they would.
And they did. One person. I wonder if that person who got it looked at it and went, what?
I know.
Who was it? Was it Otar who found the originals, was it?
I can't remember.
Somebody found the original ones, what they were. So if you didn't know about this, Lucky Cluckers was just basically a Russian roulette routine with 3 squeezy dog toy ducks. And it was 40 quid. And somebody, I think it was Otar, found it, and it was something like £4 to buy these things. And
yeah, but you didn't get this routine and this tuition and everything else. So anyway, let's move off this. Yeah, I know. Anyway, so there you go. So silk. If you want to silk to something else, if you've got a presentation for a silk to pig, we've got it for you. Silk to pumpkin, which I guess is slightly Halloweenish. I mean, obviously, toy pumpkin, not to big pumpkin.
You could do it with a big pumpkin.
You could do it, or any squash or gourd that you like. Really would probably work. Yeah.
If you do it with the big pumpkin, we want to see a video of your switch. That's right. That's just Mark dropping off some stuff.
Right.
Okay, I made my choice. Make my choice. Dog shit. Okay. Aki, be quiet. David Minton says, seems very similar to Justin Willman's version of Dyson Men. Just incredible.
I think it's a different method though, but similar.
Spot on, Alex.
Oh, thank you very much.
Charlie Robinson says, if you want a decent version of Dyson Men for close-up, check out Dyson by Nyman. Matt Bowskill says, I have to say, best magic I've purchased recently has been membership of Christian Grace's Magic Monthly Club. So much gold, worth every penny. Yeah, we have bigged that up on the show before, and if any of you don't know it, do check it out. Just Google Christian Grace Magic Monthly and it will come up. Yeah, well worth it. We've had so many great comments and reviews about that. Amber says, Alex, tell us your best joke.
I can't.
Kombucha!
I can't know. Children watching.
Adrian says, I see you have Frequency by Peter Eggink on the site. Do we dare ask?
Oh, well, we've sold it.
Have we? Which one is it? Frequency.
This is the Frequency is the, well, you can take anyone's phone. You can borrow anyone's phone and make it vanish.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not quite what it shows, is it?
It's not quite what, not quite.
It's a typical Peter Eggink trailer.
It is, yes, and well, all I know is that several people have opened up the box and gone, oh, and then sworn. So
the new Sans Mines.
He really has. I don't know. He just needs to rein it in a bit, but he's got to pay the bills, so he's got to keep churning them out. You know, hoping one of them's going to hit, but not that one.
That's what Justin Flom started saying when he started exposing magic, and he's just got to pay the bills.
Well, he is paying the bills now, though, isn't he?
He is paying the bills now with his £6 million a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right. Okay.
There's money in it. So I would stay away clear. You can't use any. I mean, the phone case. So for start, the phone case has to be one of those opening ones. So Dave, your phone doesn't have it. So I couldn't do it with Dave's phone for a start. So there are limitations. It's not strictly speaking all completely true. It's not really. No.
We won't be stocking it again. No. Nigel says, any new... don't order 12 of them, by the way. Any new books, Alex? I hear Eugene Berger's Final Secrets is ready for Halloween.
Yes, Eugene Berger's Final Secrets will be coming in shortly. Hopefully next week or the week before. We probably won't be able to sell it until Halloween-ish, but hopefully we'll have it in soon. There are two new books, neither of which I've fully read. So there's Josh Jay's new book, How Magicians Think, which is lovely made, looks nice, and it's a bit, I would describe it as like, it's like if someone's interviewing you, you don't get the questions necessarily, he's asked himself the questions and written down the answers. It's a very easy read. I'm not sure why you'd want to read it, but yeah, I mean, it's a lovely book, but some of these, like, do magicians get fooled? His opinion on that, his favourite magicians, do magicians insure their hands? I mean, lots of sort of, I don't know, sometimes the odd chapter, I've read a few chapters and some of them are genuinely interesting. I like what he says about his favourite magicians and I like who they are. And it is enjoyable. I mean, one of the chapters is How Did Houdini Die? I mean, you can just Google that. So there's that to it. But it's a lovely book. It's easy read. Yeah, I mean, perhaps a Christmas present. Perfect Christmas present.
Yeah.
Because you can just, you know.
If your wife is watching, get her on that one. I thought they squeak. Oh, that one does. Oh, that one. It's difficult to squeak, but it does squeak. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. It does squeak. That size is the size I use personally. That's well, I think it's a medium size on the site. It's about 40mm across, I think. So, so Matthew Polly is asking what size squeaker I use. We do small, medium, and large ones, but I've just gone to get the one out of the drawer and realised that we're out of nearly all sizes. Amelia didn't tell me we were running low, so we've only got about 4 or 5 squeakers left. I will get some more in, but we usually do little ones, bigger ones, and bigger ones. The smaller they are, the higher pitch they usually are. But this is the one I prefer. You just get a nice, good, solid.
I've also found that with too smaller one, you end up with too much of a. You have to sort of.
Yeah.
It's more of a struggle to get in the sweet spot of your hand.
Yeah, these palm beautifully, so you can manoeuvre things around and do certain things with them.
Yeah, so don't think small's easier to hide.
And I love the gag. I think it's Williamson gag when you take you have 2 of them. You take a squeaker out of the actual body of the squeaker. So you sit there. Let's say that's the other squeaker. You sit there. Squeak like that and say, I'm only kidding, it's a squeaker, and then you give them the squeaker that doesn't work and you squeak that one, of course they get it, and that one doesn't work, and then you say, I'm only kidding, here's a squeaker, kind of thing. So lovely little routine on it, but that's the size I use, if that helps, Matthew. Moving on, Charlie says, might get to pig so I can do a kicker ending and turn the pig into a rasher of bacon. Good call, Charlie. See, that's being creative. Daniel, JD Next says, hi guys, any thoughts on Salted 2.0? Is a gimmick durable? Have you seen it yet? I haven't even looked at it.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, hello. I've got
I think it looks. What? What?
I've got loads of these downstairs. I think.
Oh, well, all right.
Oh, no, slightly different. Okay, yeah, slightly different. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good, and it's like you got a little.
That's quite good. Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah.
No, for a minute, I thought that was something I had downstairs, which I've given to loads of people to do the same gimmick with, but it's not. It just looks similar, but actually this is custom made for it. This is very bespoke made for the actual gimmick, so I will have to have a play with that.
I personally think, I've only had a quick look at it, but
I need to see some more of that. It looks good.
Yeah, I think if you want to do a salt pour, I think they have nailed it.
Is it durable? 100%. Yeah, I mean... yeah, 100% durable, and actually looks really nice. No, because I have gimmicks downstairs that I give out to people that have been used before, and they work great for it, but they're not custom made for it. but that is custom made. It looks quite nice actually. So yeah, I will have a look at it at some point and have a little play and yeah.
And I haven't watched all the tuition yet, but
well,
yeah.
I've just realised it's a Vernay. I didn't even know it was Vernay. I didn't even know what it was until now. But Vernay, they have a lot of connections for injection moulding and making stuff properly. So they've obviously had that custom made injection moulded for it. So yeah, it is very.
So I reckon it's going to be brilliant. And also, yeah, it's got 2 great performers. Inaki Zabiletti, if that's how you say his name, teaches on it as well. And also the other guy's name who I've forgotten. So you get some good routines, good handlings, good care advice, and it's a good gimmick.
Nigel's just saying Dimension L has been one of my favourite releases this year. Wait, Dave, did you just admit kombucha was a joke, said Jonas? Yeah, and the whole thing's not really kombucha. No, it's only squash. I've been winding you guys up the whole time. God. Yeah, and every time I click the bottle, it's really me with a thumb dip going. Andrew Vaughan says my dogs are going crazy with those squeaky pigs. Yay.
Yeah, the guest face right here as well.
Here boy, here boy, here boy, here boy, fetch, fetch.
That's so cool to those dogs.
Yeah, tell me if this works. Sit, sit, good boy. Let me know if that works. Joe Farini says, hi guys, the Vanishing Ring box available in red question mark. Is it available in red? Yes, I believe it is, but I don't stock it in because I don't agree with them charging something like 40 quid more just for the red one. The black one's way better. The red one just picks up dirt from your hands. So if you've got dirty hands at any point, you start to get dirty marks over it. And then the red velvet stuff starts falling off and you start seeing the black showing through from underneath. And why would you pay 40 quid for an inferior product? They should charge more for the black ones, if anything. So we don't stock them in. Nigel says, I saw Craig Petty gave a great one.
If you want one, we'll get one in for you.
Yeah. So if you want to read some comments, not the first one.
Okay. Yep. So it is over red. McBurman Mike or Mike McBurman. I really like your approach. I'm assuming you're talking about the book by Jamie D. Grant. Yep. It is a very good book. I'm not sure how easy it is to get hold of, actually, at the moment, but it is well worth reading. You're driving Evie Potty with the squeakers. Yes. Also, check out Flat by Akka Magic Cat, a ball-bearing to coin effect. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, well, I know...
Didn't you miss an earlier comment from Nigel there?
There was an initial comment from Nigel. What did he say? Oh, I saw Craig Petty gave a great review on your giant bananas.
No!
Oh, giant bananas.
Yeah, we saw a little Ryland trying to bless him to kind of roll it up and pull it out of his very small hands. You need slightly bigger hands, Ryland, and then you better do it later on. But yeah, you can just kind of. Yes.
Very good.
If you get it right, it looks quite good. I'm looking at the camera. I should be looking over there and doing snow really, rather than seeing how good I look on the camera. Better. There you go. That is the giant comedy sponge banana by a PropDog. That's it. We're caught up with the comments. Any more things to talk about, or can we go?
We have no. What else we got to talk about?
Talk away.
Oh yeah, I got in some rope gimmicks.
Should we sell Mel's dog while she's not here? Auction going on.
I got in some rope gimmicks because someone was talking about rope through body, which is a trick that I used to do. Mainly for my, I used to do the odd Christmas show at my children's school, and so rope gimmicks, you set them in the end of the rope. You can then strong, they can pull it, they can tug it. You can actually skip over it, and then you can go straight away into the rope through body with them. They're really good. $4.99. Get some rope, get some of these. You've got a super effect. That rope through body is a brilliant illusion.
I have a confession. I've never seen that before.
Have you not?
I've never seen one of these before, no.
No, they're great. So you put them in, so you just glue them in, and they've also got one hole drilled through, so you just put a bit of the thread. So from a spare bit of the rope, I used a spare bit of the rope, just thread so it's all the same colour, thread it through, and you get this really nice invisible bond. They're like a screw. Right. But it's only about one turn.
You glue it inside the core of the rope?
Yep.
Right.
So they're in both ends, you screw it together, and from that way you can pull it and tug it. It's really strong, and you've just got to give it a little twist, and they'll come apart. So behind your back, little twist.
So we're going to get requests from people to put it inside the rope gimmicks now.
Almost certainly.
So we have to learn how to do that. Okay. I'm sure we can do that.
Yeah. And it's maybe we could actually, we could sell that as a whole thing. Anyway, right. So
let's try it.
But yeah, and if you
now I have to have a look.
Very simple.
Talk about
But it's a brilliant. So for £4.99, that and some rope, that rope through body is an amazing trick that you've got for almost nothing. So highly recommend. £4.99. Get some rope. Job done. Easy to do. And now we've got Ash Pen, which is by Magic Dream in France. So the instructions are in French, but you can easily use Google Translate, as I did. And it is. Do you know the ashes from arm? Everyone knows ashes from arm, where I used to do it with soap and stuff. And you'd write a prediction on your arm. You'd get some ashes, you'd rub it, and then clearly the prediction would be on your arm. And the prediction would be on your arm. This is a well-made pen for doing that. I mean, I say pen, it's about that long, but you'll get plenty of uses out of it. And the nice thing is it's nice and sharp, it's nice and clear, so you can really print it onto your arm. Well, it is also transferable. So if you wanted the revelation to be on someone else's arm, you can, obviously just go, right, Dave, and job done.
Cool.
So very nice. And actually, I read a trick with it, and also so people used to force the card and then have it on their thing. But I saw a trick where the bloke had he'd basically written every card down, and so you've got like a hidden index. So you could then do it there, so you don't have to worry about forcing the card either, which I thought was quite handy.
Really? What's this?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you can have every card written down your arm as well, and with this, because of how the nib and everything else is, the point means that you could actually manage that quite easily without making too much mess. So there you go, Ash Pen. It's not very much either. How much is it? £13.99.
This isn't magnetic, by the way. It's just literally a screw.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So where's the rope? Yeah. So behind your back, all you have to do. The best bit is because that you can pull it and then you just twist it with the thing like that.
Right. It'd be nice if they had a magnet in it, so to help guide it into place. Because if you careful, you might cross-thread it like that. It's cross-threaded. So if you had a magnet that will kind of guide it into place, it'd be nice. But as long as you're careful on that, it should work wonders. Yeah.
Yep.
You might even be able to drill into that and put a magnet in ourselves. I'll have a play at some point.
That's brilliant. I mean, yeah. If you want,
Should we talk long cards?
Yeah. If you want to know how to do the rope through body, by the way, I'm sure I can point in the right direction or tip something.
So. Comedy long cards, a great comedy item. We sell loads of these. If you don't know the routine, shame on you. You force an 8 of spades on somebody, or the 8 of hearts in this case, and he said, "Then you get their card wrong." What was it? Was it the 3 of hearts? No. Or the 3 of spades? No. Was it the 4 of spades, etc.? You know the routine. And it comes all out. Oh, it was the 8 of spades, etc., etc. Classic of Magic. As I said, we sell hundreds of these. The standard one isn't very well printed these days. It's a bit too much of a gap at the top there. I would like to have seen less of a gap there. But one of our customers popped in, and he does this as a staple part of his act, and has done for a long time. And I mean, like 30 odd years. And he had these ones made up. So they are extra long ones that come all the way out. We have the giant 10 of clubs, and the giant 10 of hearts, and they are very long. The only problem is he had these printed 30 years ago, and being 30 years ago and having to do a minimum order of hundreds of them, he still has hundreds of them. So he asked if we would like to sell them in the shop. The downside is the fact they are slightly yellow. Now you can't really see them here on the camera, but if I get the close-up camera on, let me just show you these.
Let's put these two together.
If you put the white next to the yellow, so we can see, you put that one acrossways, that way they can see the contrast between the colours. Let me just show you this on the close-up cam. There's my little NDI app. There it is. Right, nice on the mat. Right, so here they are. Now you'll see where the white is there, that is actually quite yellow, and even some of the whiter ones, when you go down the bottom here, they are a little bit yellow down there. If I move that down, you get to see the contrasting colour. Without that, you don't notice it so much on the camera, but you can see it in person. So those are the cards. Now, the reason we are showing you these is because he said, "Would you like to sell them?" And I said, "Well, I don't think the customers would really like them being yellow. I know a lot of you wouldn't mind. So we may offer them, you know, a pound or so for each one and sell them to you guys for sort of £3 or £4 or something. But I thought I'd judge your reactions to see if anyone was actually interested. If you guys would be interested in us stocking these, even though some of them are a little bit yellow, let us know and we'll get a load off them and we'll sell them on to you guys and we'll make a couple of quid profit on each one. It's not exactly going to be a money maker, but I just want you guys to have something, because he says, you know, the long ones go down absolutely brilliantly compared to, you know, the not quite so long ones. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you guys and let us know if you do think it's something we should stock. Just put a comment on there saying, yeah, you know, I'll be interested in one. So let's say we'll buy them off them for £1. We'll sell them to you guys at, let's say, £3.50. How's that? That's a good price, isn't it? £3. If you'd be interested in one at £3.50, let us know. And if enough people want them, I'll get a bunch of them off them. But just be aware they are a little bit yellow. Okay, anything else to talk about, Alex?
We've got Rolling Stones.
Oh, yes,
by John Kennedy, which is selling quite quickly. It's you have little. I'll show you the tin. Come on, let me get the tin out. So you have a little canister or tin that's got some stones in. You cut the deck into piles. It makes it sort of rattles when you get to the pile that's got their card in. It then tells you. Then go. Oh, you open it up. You've got these little pea kind of stones in, and they all move to create the number 7. You say, oh, your card is 7 down from the top, and then you deal down 7 cards. You can watch the trailer. The trailer looks exactly as is what you get. It's a very simple, very basic method. Which is great in many ways until you realise that you're spending $52.99. So I just feel it is
Expensive.
Yeah, I mean, no. So the thing is, I like the premise. I appreciate that it's a simple, easy method that doesn't involve, you know, recharging anything and all of that stuff. So there's no electronics to go wrong and anything like that. But that begs the question as to why it's so expensive. So really, you know, it does work. Looks exactly like it does in the trailer. If you like what you see,
and you're rich,
and you've got 52. I mean, otherwise they're just bags of other tricks you could get out there.
Hello. Okay. Ben Cook says, hi guys, hope you're well. Thank you, Ben, we're all very well. Leonard says, I've just purchased the Approach. You can only get it in PDF on the website that I know of.
Oh, that's a shame.
Okay.
That's a shame, 'cause it's one of those things that's good to carry around and read, and yeah, I hate reading PDFs.
Jonah says, are there any Tarbell types of rope gimmicks?
Are they the Tarbell type rope gimmicks?
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, I think they are. Yeah.
Glasses.
Yeah, I think they are, as far as I know. I'll have to double check. I can't remember.
Tim Hodkinson says, hello, do you know if Oracle System by Ben Seidman is worth getting? Thanks.
Loads of people have been raving about, so I haven't really looked at it very closely because it kept selling out. We've now got, I see we've got 2 left actually, so I can have a good look at it for next week if you like, or not next week. I can have a look at it on my holiday for you.
You're just going home to read books for 2 weeks,
I am,
aren't you?
basically, yeah. I mean, it's very... well, my book's got wet on the boat. Yeah. Window leaked on my boat. It's been very popular, so I can only assume it is. People have been raving about it. Having said that, I have seen a couple on second-hand websites.
Ifty says, isn't that just a copy of the Bear gimmick from the other brothers? The Bear gimmick was good. It's one of the few good products of the release.
Yeah, but no, it's not. Apart from the transference thing, the old idea of writing stuff on your arm and reading it has been around for ages. No one's actually thought of making it into something that's much easier to write with.
Robert 6 says, on rope gimmicks, what's the difference on the new hidden bullets gimmicks?
I don't know, we haven't got the hidden bullets in. I can't imagine there's much. And really, there's nothing, I can't think of any reason to have anything complicated inside that rope. And so these are the gimmicks that I've used previously for my rope free body, and they hide brilliantly in the rope. They've just been perfect for me, so I can't imagine why I'd spend any more.
Ifty says, a nice foldable version of that long card would be good. Well,
I think the idea is, I'm assuming they're flexible, so it
all you have to do, if you want a folding version, is literally just cut it into equal parts on there. On the back, put some sellotape, and then you can just basically concertina it, and then you can pull it out. But yeah, as Alex says, yeah, just do that. There you go, that'll work well. They are plastic, by the way. They're a light, flimsy plastic. This one is actually quite thick compared to this one over here. So this is, see if I hold it like that, one is a lot more flexible than the other one. Hold it that way, you'll see. So if you're going to roll it up, I would go with a 3 of clubs. If you want a sturdier one, maybe to fold, I'll go with a 3 of hearts. But yeah, do let us know if you are interested. Right, so that's all the comments. That's it. No more comments now, guys. We're going to do a quick giveaway. I did say last week we'll give away a few extra things today. So let's choose 4 cards this week, and we're going to have 4 lucky winners because we didn't do it last week, and we're going to do that. Nothing. Don't write anything yet, guys. Don't start naming your cards out until we are ready. If you are new to this, basically in a minute you're going to see the word "go" appear on the feed from me. When you see that word "go" appear, and only when you see that word "go," you are to name a playing card. You can write the whole card or just put KH or whatever you want, or that if you want. That was a feather, by the way. Yeah, and you have one. Now. You will have. Are they all? Oh, that was a joker. I thought they were all weird cards.
I think they got a joker in there.
You'll have 1 minute to name a playing card. If you name the same card that we pick, or one of the same 4 cards we're about to pick,
that's a possible. That's a possible.
Yeah. Then you will win a prize. Okay, so you'll have 1 minute. Walter says, I hope you all have a great night, weekend. Thank you, Walter, and you too. So yeah, as from now, name a playing card. Just 1 playing card only. If anyone names 2 playing cards, you will be disqualified. Now get to it pretty fast because we've got to take the first one that comes to us. So if 2 people call the 4 of spades, then it's the first one that comes up on our screen that gets that. So you have 1 minute to name a playing card. We're about to choose 4 playing cards and we're going to give away 4 prizes. Now if you are lucky enough to be one of the winners and you don't know the rules, basically go onto the PropDog homepage, scroll down to the bottom of the homepage, and you'll see a category that says Facebook. I think it's Facebook Live giveaways. I think that's what it says, yeah. Have a look for you can choose any one of those products that are in stock. Make sure it's in stock. And then just drop us an email on Monday. Say, hi guys, my name is so-and-so. I won the prize and can I have this? And if you don't shop with us or you haven't shopped with us before, let us know your address as well. And we don't mind sending them abroad if you do win abroad. So you've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Any cards named after the word stop on our screen will not be counted.
Can I just say to Ian out there, Ian, I'll do something on Sideswiped very shortly for you. I'll do a quick demo of it. I've got it anyway, so I might actually perform it live, you know, in a cafe or something, so you get to see it properly.
Charlie says, what cards are those? They are the Hellions. There we go. Right, so we've got all the cards. Cool. We're now going to pick a few cards. So we're going to pick 4 cards.
Do it with the dog. We're not going to get the dogs to do it.
They're more interested in chasing each other for that bone, so we'll just give a go on this one. I'm going to give you an option today as well, so you can choose any one of the prizes in the category, or if you would rather have it, you can have a pack of the PropDog pre-cut Professor Nightmare ropes. They are perfectly finished, all the ends are done to PropDog perfection. You can choose one of those, or you can choose a mini magician. I'm going to add a mini magician to the mix. So,
but that's like £30.
Exactly, we're nice like that. So I'm going to add those to the mix. If anyone wants those, let us know because they're there. They're there. I might as well give them away as they're there. Right, so should we choose some cards?
Let's choose some cards.
I'll
choose 2.
Let's have a go. Oh, hello, Sid. There we go. Right, how should we do this?
Oh God, here we go.
We've got to blow a card forward.
Didn't we do blowing before?
We did nosing before.
I think we've done blowing before.
Our chins. We haven't used our chins, have we?
No, we haven't used our chins.
Let's use our chins. Here we go.
Okay. 4.
Forward or back, either way. Not easy when you've got a goatee.
No.
Cheek, I'm using my cheek. There's one. Whichever one goes furthest forward. So I've got one that's further forward. As long as it's further forward than any other ones.
Oh,
so my 2 are these 2. These are further forwards.
There you go.
I've got that one and that one are my furthest ones forwards or backwards. So that'll be the one there.
That is very random.
See, I might use this as the clickbait for the image because people are like, oh, I want to see that trick that takes 2 people to use their chins. Right. So, for the first time, people are about to go mad on this.
Have they finished? Are we supposed to stop?
Yeah, press stop. Long ago, yeah. Ace of hearts. Somebody's going, yes!
4 of clubs. 10 of diamonds. 6 of diamonds.
Right, there are quite a few to look out for here. So, shush. Sid, be quiet. Nice little bugger. Right, okay.
Come on, so we have to go slowly.
Let's have a look. Righty.
2 of clubs. Nowhere near, David. I don't know what you were thinking.
Diamonds. Oh, Gary Simpson's quite close. He's got the 9 of diamonds. It's going to be twice as hard for us to look now. So, quite close to the 9 of diamonds. 7 of hearts, not close. 2 of diamonds.
No.
4 of clubs, 3 of hearts.
4 clubs. 4 clubs.
Chris Gunners, congratulations. You are the first. That makes it easier all the way. So
again, isn't it, Chris? That's not the first time he's won a fair time, I think.
He's got a hidden camera somewhere up there. I know he has, yeah.
Are they marked?
3 of hearts, 4 of spades. I'll call them out and you have a look. Yeah. 10 of hearts, 7 of diamonds, 3 of hearts, 4 of hearts, Queen of hearts, 8 of hearts, 8 of spades, 7 of hearts, 5 of diamonds, 4 of clubs. As Otto doesn't seem to be here, a guaranteed joker, says Jonas. Robert Wilson, 2 of hearts, 3 of hearts, 6 of hearts, 5 of clubs. A lot of people call hearts. It's very true about, lay people calling hearts and stuff, 5 of clubs, 5 of diamonds, ace of clubs, 7 of clubs, 9 of hearts, 4 of spades, 3 of diamonds, 5 of clubs, 7 of diamonds, 9 of clubs, 6 of spades, 2 of diamonds, 8 of hearts, 3 of diamonds, 6 of clubs, 7 of diamonds, 4 of clubs, 4 of spades, 6 of hearts, 4 of spades, 5 of hearts, 9 of hearts, 4 of clubs, 2 of hearts, 7 of spades, 7 of clubs, 8 of hearts, 3 of hearts, 5 of diamonds, 6 of diamonds.
6 diamonds!
Oh, 6 of diamonds.
Andy
Chase. Congratulations, Andy Chase. Right, so that is it. Now we have to go back and work out who was actually
what, people
closest.
keep on picking the same. A lot of people naming the same cards. I mean, really, it'd be better. You choose the cards that other people aren't picking. Would be my advice.
We are doing
I
market
think you're
research
all picking
here.
the same. Yeah.
We're doing market research. We are telling these people.
4 of clubs, 4 of clubs, 3 diamonds all the time.
A couple more sessions like this, and people will be able to go to Blackpool and say, "Think of a card," and they go, "Yeah, okay."
Yeah.
Well, you're a magician, aren't they? Going to pick?
Yeah.
There's so many cards.
There were definitely people who were one off. There was like a 2 of hearts and a 9 of
so
diamonds.
Let's very quickly go back and see who's the closest then.
9 of diamonds, so Gary Simpson.
Yeah, Gary Simpson. Congratulations, Gary. You do that one. So whoever's closest to the ace of hearts. I know a lot of people called the 4 of hearts and 3 of hearts.
There was a definite 2, I think.
Oh, was it? Okay, Ken Dunn's the closest to the 3. Lots of 3s.
Was there a 2? Maybe?
2 of hearts, yeah, Robert Wilson. Robert Wilson, congratulations. So there we go, guys. You are the lucky winners of either a PropDog Professor's Nightmare Pre-Cut Ropes or a Mini Magician or any of the prizes on the Facebook Live giveaway. I've got this all weekend. All weekend.
I know, you should have seen how happy Mel was when she was...
All Friday night, all Saturday night, all Sunday, and apparently he does this all night long as well.
Yeah. All night long.
I'll be in Monday like this. I want to rest. Have you done dog back? Okay. Right, so that's it, guys.
So yeah, email in. We'll send them out. If you haven't ordered from us,
I'll send them out because you're in here. You're loafing at home.
If we haven't, we may not. If you haven't ordered from us, we don't have your address. Obviously, we are psychic, but it's best if you tell us your address.
Right, Alex, hope you have a good break, says Andy Tingley. Chris Gillanders, would you give my prize to Amber? Sorry for the post.
Okay, well,
yeah,
sure.
By all means.
Amber, let us know what you want.
Chris,
Amber.
yeah.
Very kind, Amber.
Very kind of you, Chris. Yeah, it's very nice of you. So you don't need to apologise for the post. It's an incredibly generous thing of you to do.
Lovely.
Peter Burkett says, I call 4 of clubs.
Yes, but not in time.
Yeah, it's got to be the first one that comes up on our screen. Let me just double check. I'm pretty sure that that was the first. Let me just check on that one. Well, there we are. Right, 4 of clubs. Chris Gillen is definitely first. So Chris is on our screen. He's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th, 6th one down. I'm just going to show everybody just so you can see we are being fair. As I said at the beginning, guys, it's got to be what comes up on our screen first. Okay. So if we look at this, there's the screen there. So there's where I said go, and we've got David Minton, Gary Simpson. Sean Mann, Andy Foster, Finley, and then Chris Gillanders. So it has to be the very first one, guys, that come up on our screen, because everyone's screens will show differently depending on how fast your server speeds are, and it's not fair if we end up going by somebody else's. It's got to be whichever's on ours. So yeah, I am really sorry about that, but it's got to be the way it is. It's the rules, folks, and then their rules are there for a reason. Sorry about that, Peter. Gordon says, just a techie point, every time there is a bark or a bird tweet, your mic dips and we don't hear you for about 10 seconds afterwards. Just saying, oh, that's interesting though, thank you very much. Hopefully there won't be a dog here next time round. Ifty says, I will be off by 3.
Oh, brilliant, Ifty. Very
Rob
good.
Jane, I see the other day, by the way,
Yeah,
Rob. He says, cheers guys, have a damn fine weekend, enjoy your holiday, Alex.
Thanks, Rob.
have a
Rob,
great
if you've
weekend.
got any pictures of your thing, then that'd be quite nice to see all done.
Has he got an itch?
Picture of his thing.
Has he got something you want to check out? Is there a competition of size going on here or what? Send me a picture of your thing as well.
We all know what I meant.
No, we don't all know what you meant. Otherwise, they wouldn't be saying, why are you asking to see a picture of Rob James's thing?
His event that he was at.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay.
Well, you know, if you want to know.
Have a good weekend, says Tom Cocker. Do I get something as well, Peter? You get. I love Peter. Send your love to Peter. Steve Lawrence says, nice one guys, have a good weekend. Thank you, Steve. Have a great holiday, said David. Ifty says, thanks all. Nigel says, have a great weekend. Everyone says, have a great weekend.
Hey.
Goodbye. Me? Are you sure? Are you sure, says Amber. Jonas says, have a great weekend, Alex, and a great rest in the non-coloured trouser cult village. A gift from me and PropDog Amber, says Chris. And Rob James says, it's huge. Thanks, guys.
Panoramic setting.
Oi! Shh. Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you all next week. Bye.